Carl Jung's groundbreaking theories propose that humans have two personalities. This idea, along with his theory of the collective unconscious, revolutionized psychology. But what were some of his other radical insights? And why do we still care about him today? Welcome to our channel Shadow Mind's Alchemy. Today we will be looking at 7 radical insights by Carl Jung. Let's dive in. Number 1. We all have two personalities. So first things first, we need to establish what Jung meant when he said we all have two personalities. In Jungian psychology, the personality is made up of two parts, the ego and the persona. The ego is the part of the personality that is responsible for our conscious thoughts and actions. It is the part of ourselves that we see and present to the world. The persona is the part of the personality that is responsible for our unconscious thoughts and feelings. It is the part of ourselves that we keep hidden from the world because it's too painful or too shameful to acknowledge. According to Jung, the persona is what we show the world, the mask that we wear in public. It is the sum total of all the roles that we play in life, such as being a son or daughter, brother or sister, friend, lover, worker, etc. Our persona is largely based on our upbringing and the expectations of society. For example, if we live in a culture that values politeness and conformity, then our persona will likely be that of someone who is polite and conforming. However, behind closed doors, when no one is watching, we can let our true colors show. We can be selfish, lazy, or even cruel without worrying about what others think of us. Jung believed that it is in this space, in the space between our persona and our ego, where creativity can occur. When we are able to tap into the power of our unconscious mind, we can access a deep well of creativity that can help us to come up with new ideas, make art, or even solve problems. However, Jung also warned that if we are not careful, this can also be a dangerous place. If we allow our dark side to come to the surface, it can cause all sorts of chaos and destruction. Number 2. Our personalities are shaped by our experiences in early childhood. You may have heard the phrase, "You never forget your first love." Or maybe you have your own personal experience of something like this. There are certain people, places, things, or experiences that leave an indelible mark on our psyche. Jung called these imprints. According to Jung, our personalities are largely shaped by our experiences in early childhood. He believed that the way that we react to the world around us is often based on how we reacted to the world when we were young. For example, if we grew up in a loving and supportive family, we are more likely to believe that the world is a safe and happy place. We will have a positive self-image and believe that we are worthy of love and belonging. On the other hand, if we grew up in an abusive or neglectful family, we are more likely to believe that the world is a dangerous and unhappy place. We will have a negative self-image and believe that we are unworthy of love and belonging. Jung believed that these imprints from our past can follow us into adulthood and affect the way that we relate to other people. If we had positive experiences as children, we will be more trusting and open in our relationships. But if we had negative experiences as children, we will be more guarded and closed off in our relationships. Number 3. The self is the ultimate goal of human development. According to Jung, the self is the center of the psyche. It is the point where the conscious and unconscious aspects of personality are integrated. The self is what Jung referred to as the archetype of the individual. It represents the unique essence of a person. Jung believed that the ultimate goal of human development is to move towards the self. To move towards the self means to become more aware of our unconscious material and to integrate it into our conscious lives. It means to become more whole and complete as individuals. It is only when we reach the self that we can truly be free. Free to be ourselves without the constraints of our persona or the expectations of society. Number 4. Dreams are the royal road to the unconscious. Dreams are the most direct route to understanding the unconscious mind, according to Jung. By exploring our dreams, we can gain insight into the hidden depths of our psyche. Dreams allow us to tap into the deepest source of human creativity. In our dreams, we are able to access a part of ourselves that is beyond the rational mind. Here we can find new ideas, inspiration, and even solutions to problems that we have been struggling with while awake. Jung believed that dreams should not be interpreted literally. Instead, they should be seen as symbolic representations of our unconscious thoughts and feelings. By understanding the symbols in our dreams, we can unlock the messages that our unconscious mind is trying to tell us. Our dreams can be a powerful tool for personal growth and transformation. Jung believed that by paying attention to our dreams, we can better understand ourselves and the world around us. Number 5. We can be too clean and too pure. What does that mean? Jung believed that we all have a dark side, a shadow side, if you will. This is the part of our personality that contains all of the negative traits that we dislike about ourselves. We usually keep our shadow at bay by projecting it onto others. We label them as evil or bad, and then we feel justified in our belief that we ourselves are good and virtuous. However, Jung believed that this is not a healthy way to view the world. He believed that by denying our shadow, we are also denying a part of ourselves. And by doing so, we become incomplete as human beings. Jung believed that the only way to become whole is to integrate our shadow into our personalities. This means to acknowledge our negative traits and accept them as a part of ourselves. It is only when we are able to do this that we can truly be free. Free from the burden of trying to be perfect and free to be our true selves. Number 6. Introverts and extroverts are complementary opposites. It is generally believed that introverts and extroverts are two completely different types of people. There is very little overlap between the two groups. However, Jung believed that introverts and extroverts are actually complementary opposites. What he meant by this is that although we may have certain characteristics that fall into one category or the other, we also have a good amount of the opposite type in us. For example, we may be outgoing and energetic in one situation, but then we may need some time to recharge afterwards. Jung believed that it is important to understand that we all have both introverted and extroverted aspects to our personalities. And by understanding this, we can better understand ourselves and the people around us. We can also learn to appreciate the differences between introverts and extroverts and see how they complement each other rather than being at odds with each other. Number 7. We are all connected through the collective unconscious. Now this one might sound pretty radical, but stick with me here. Jung believed that there is a part of our psyche that connects all of us together, called this the collective unconscious. The collective unconscious is a kind of universal memory bank that contains all of the experiences and knowledge of our ancestors. Jung believed that this is what allows us to understand certain concepts and ideas that we have never been taught. For example, we all have an innate understanding of morality, even though no one has ever had to teach it to us. We know that murder and theft are wrong, even though we have never been explicitly told that they are wrong. Jung believed that this is because these ideas are stored in our collective unconscious. Our individual unconscious minds are connected to each other, and by understanding this, we can better understand ourselves and the world around us. We are all part of something bigger than ourselves, and by tapping into the collective unconscious, we can access the wisdom of our ancestors. So there you have it, 7 radical insights from Carl Jung. Do you agree with Jung's theories? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe so that we can keep making them. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.